Hello, fellow writer friends. I'm Christina Rienzi, thriller author, writer coach, and president of Sisters in Crime Central New Jersey. And I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about what's called comparisonitis. We'll talk about what it is and how to make it work for you. So if you think about comparisonitis, it's very funny because it sounds like a condition, and it kind of is, right? It's a mindset condition where you are comparing yourself to others, typically in a negative light. So for example, in the writing world, we're all working really hard on our stories, and we all have a different path and different journey, but it isn't uncommon to go online and see one of our writer friends or someone in our community has done really well for themselves, be it a #1 bestseller ranking, whether they've gotten a great agent, or they've signed with a great publishing house, or they've made a lot of sales, or something where it's something to celebrate and to be congratulated for, which it absolutely is. We all know how much hard work goes into publishing a book, or any story for that matter, and so absolutely sharing it on social media and expecting that support is what we all need, right, to keep going. But we can certainly use someone else's success as a reason to put ourselves down, to think, wow, like this one got this, awesome book contract. What am I doing? I haven't gotten that. I'm still writing my first draft, or, I didn't sell a lot of copies, or I've been rejected by agents and editors. There are a ton of things we tell ourselves. And really what we're saying to ourselves, our self-talk is saying that we are not good enough. That is our terrible inner critic. We all have an inner critic. We have several inner critics, but that's our inner critic really saying, you're not good enough. And look at this person who did so awesome, and you're not doing that awesome, so what's wrong with you? And maybe you should stop writing, and what are you doing? And why are you working on that story? It stinks. And all those things go through our head. Not all the time, but they do go through our head. There are times they pop into our head, some of us more so than others. And I think that is totally normal and makes total sense for any of us who are writing a book to feel that way, to feel like, we see someone else who's gotten further than we have, or our interpretation is that they have. We don't know all the facts, but we're interpreting and we're telling ourselves a story that their experience was easier, somewhat more well-deserved, and that we aren't as good as they are. And so our inner critic is working overtime, and really feeling like that, like I said, is normal and natural, and we all do, but it holds us back. So those are considered blocks. They're blocks from our success, they're blocks from our happiness, and they're always kind of creeping in the back of our minds and there, but there are ways of identifying them, and there are ways of moving past them. It doesn't mean that they're gone forever, but it means that we're aware and we can deal with it a little bit better. So when we have this urge to put ourselves down, it's really important for us to just stop, take a minute, think about, what? We don't know the whole story here. We don't know what went into that person's success. It looks like it was an overnight success, but it probably wasn't. It probably was years of hard work, and a lot of rejection, and a lot of struggle and sacrifice, because we all know that's what we go through, right, to get our stories published, whether it's indie published or traditional or whatever route is just a means to an end to get your story to the reader, right? So however we're getting there, it's a lot of work. And we really don't know how this person got their dream agent, or got that 7-figure book deal or movie deal or TV show. Now that's happening a lot now. You see that a lot. And again, it's very easy to say like, oh, what am I doing? I'm never going to make it in this business. Why am I wasting my time with this? And it's not a waste of time if it's something you enjoy and something that you're working hard toward. So that is just something to keep in mind. But really, so with comparisonitis, and that's sort of what it is, and what we kind of dub it in the literary community is having that urge to compare yourself to someone else and putting yourself in a negative light. And there are ways to get around that. I'm not saying that it won't happen and won't come up, but I put together a list of I thought about it a lot, and what I've gone through and what friends of mine have gone through and what I've seen, and I put together what I thought was a really simple top 5 list, ways that you can turn comparisonitis around and make it work for you. Because like anything in life, What happens, happens. It's how you react to it. And we can certainly react negatively and say, we're not good enough, we'll never be successful, they're better than I am, I'll never get my agent. But that's not pushing us forward. That's not moving you to where you need to be. That's not getting you to whatever it is you want in this writing life, right? That's not getting you to your agent, your publisher, your number one ranking, like, or whatever your sales, whatever your goals are. That's not getting you there by putting yourself down and holding yourself back. You don't want to be the one getting in your way. There's plenty of obstacles in this business, and the last thing you want to do is get in your own way and feel like you can't do it and you're stopping yourself in your mind. So we've got to get past that. Also, the things we believe about the world, like things we don't even realize. Something like, well, there's only so many rankings and there's so many authors, and Amazon people are publishing thousands and hundreds of thousands of books a day, and whatever the new number is, I know it's changing all the time. All of that may be true. But if you have an abundant mindset, a mindset, that limitless mindset of anything is possible, and that I can be that, I can be in that position too. I can get that deal. I can have those readers. There's plenty of readers out there. Like, thinking there's not enough readers, that people only read one book a year, or some people only read one book a week. Even that's a lot, right? A book a week. But some people do. And how many books are out there, and trying to do the math and really analyzing it and being stressed out about it. Like, none of that is going to help move you forward. I get it, it's what we do, but it's not going to help you. So those are limiting beliefs. They're beliefs about the world and things that are available to you that are limiting you, stopping you, blocking you from success. So really want to pay attention to what your inner critic is saying, those negative, I'm not good enough words, right? And also what you believe to be true that may not really be true, but it's just your interpretation. It's holding you back. So, and there's a lot more to that we can get into in future segments. But what I will say is that there is progress to be made in the writing world with each of our books. Each of our books, no matter what level you are, get better, because with practice, we get better, right? Practice makes perfect. There's some truth to that. Also, it's a lot of hard work. So we do have to work on our craft. We do have to work on connecting with people. So building a readership and building a following, it takes work, it takes time, it takes effort. It's just like writing a book does. So all of these things don't sort of happen overnight, even though they look like they might for other people. Or other people may have started writing after you and have surpassed you in followers. And neither is right or wrong. We're all on our own journey. We all have different things in our life that are competing with our time to write. We all have different goals and dreams and ways of doing things, and none of them are wrong. Slow, fast, either way, nothing's right or wrong. So remember, it's your journey for you to take at your pace, with the obstacles that need to come your way so you can grow and learn, right? And as painful as it may be to go, oh my gosh, I sent out hundreds of query letters and all of them are rejected, and my friend sent one out and got approved. Well, she got, a deal, and that's possible too. Like, those things do happen, but I think that's their journey. And your journey is your journey, and you will get to where you want to be. If you just got to keep that inner critic quiet, and you have to know that what's coming for you, whatever is meant for you is coming for you. So if it didn't happen for you, if that agent didn't accept, or that book didn't sell, that wasn't the one. It doesn't mean there isn't going to be one. It's just that wasn't the one, and you just keep going till the one hits. So with that being said, in my little mini session there, coaching session, I will go backward from number 5 to number 1 in terms of what I think you can do to help with comparisonitis and make it work for you. So number 5, I think one of the things that we forget is celebration. We should not only celebrate our successes, but we really should celebrate the successes of the people that we have connected with in the writing community when something great happens for them. So when something great happens for a writer friend, you know what? Tell them congratulations, share their post, share their book. It not only helps you feel good about yourself, because you're going to want that when it happens to you. You're going to want everybody to come out and scream from the rooftops all about your book and how awesome it is and the journey you've been on, right? You want to give that to somebody else, right? Giving makes us feel good. And it also gives you an opportunity, if you share with your readers or your group, it gives you an opportunity to connect. Maybe somebody who read the book that you shared would read a book that you wrote. It's not you're doing it for that reason, but my point is you get to connect with people you might not be able to connect with. Maybe you'll make some friends, some new readers, videos. It's just helpful all around. So celebrate another success. Number 5, when someone has a success, whatever it may be, celebrate it, share it, tell people, feel good about it, be really happy for them. Feel it in your heart, feel it with all your heart, and know when it's right, when your success comes to you, people are going to celebrate you. Number 4, it's an opportunity to learn, right? So, wow, this person got an agent. How'd they get the agent? What did they do? They have a query letter. I wonder, what did their query letter look like? Who did they pitch to? Like, it's an opportunity to learn. If it's someone you're close with, certainly you can ask. I'm sure they would share, how they got to where they are in their journey. But there's tons of blogs out there. There's tons of articles. There are resources online that you can look into, any author you want to look into, and pretty much figure out how they got to where they are, because they're happy to share that, because all the journeys are difficult, and they're all I'm not gonna say they're all difficult, but they're all what they're meant to be, and usually they are a lot of work. There's luck involved, absolutely, but there are things you can pick up on and learn from, and there's no reason we can't do that. So take it as an opportunity to learn. What did they do? How did they do it? Maybe you can try some of the things. Maybe they'll work for you, maybe they won't, but there are opportunities to learn and try what the successful author that you're initially maybe feeling jealous of, and you're going to celebrate them, and then you're going to learn from them, hopefully. Number 3, goals. So goals are really important in writing, right? We need to have our writing goals, we need to have our deadlines, we need to have our word counts or pages or schedule, or when we want to publish something. Like, having those goals is helpful. It keeps us on track, it keeps us accountable, and it just keeps us motivated, right? So when somebody has a success that maybe you feel like jealous of, or that why haven't you had that success, right? You can turn it into a goal. How can I, grow myself, grow my readership, work on my craft, make it a goal to do something to push yourself forward in the coming year, whether it's learning a new writing technique, taking a workshop, maybe connecting with a writer's group, getting a critique group, whatever it is, even if it's just practicing maybe free writing, like whatever it is that you can do, be a craft, or even to grow yourself as a writer, like as a public figure, which we are in many ways. Maybe it's going to a book signing, having a book signing you've never had before, going to a conference, or connecting online in a way you haven't before. So there are opportunities to set goals for yourself, because to achieve success in any way, someone worked for that. They worked hard. They had goals. And so think about that. What goals can you set for yourself so that you can be further along this year than you were last year, and really, be moving toward what it is you want in this writing life, right? And then number 2, we're almost at number 1, but number 2 is it's really great to be self-aware, right? So when somebody has a great success, and you feel like, oh man, that's the agent I wanted, or that's the book deal I would have loved, or wow, that's look at them, they have 100,000 followers on Twitter and I have 1,000, whatever that may be. It's awareness of that you care, like, wow, this is bothering me. Why is this bothering me? Start asking yourself questions like, what is it that's bothering me about this? Like, am I jealous? Am I mad at myself for not working hard enough? Am I mad at myself for being too new in this writing life? What can I do to change that? Like, start asking, because there's all different reasons and they're personal. But ask yourself, like, why is this bothering me? Like, what's going on with me right now? Why do I feel this way? And once you know what that reason is, and 9 times out of 10, it's going to be because you really care. You really care about this writing thing. You care about your stories. You want to be successful at it. You want to do it for a living, maybe. You want recognition, whatever it is. Like, it's a love for writing, and no one can fault you for that. It makes total sense for you to be in love with writing. You wouldn't do it if you didn't love it. So the awareness of that feeling is because you love it and you want it so badly. So change your mindset. Turn that wanting something so badly and feeling like envy into an action mindset. Like, let me do something about this. Whatever it is, maybe start a blog, do a vlog, whatever you can do to feel like you're trying something new, you're doing something different, you're moving yourself forward, right? It's all about that moving forward and feeling like there's progress being made that you can control, because we can't always control in the writing world how that goes, like what's, what reviews we're gonna get, and if something's gonna hit in a market, or if we're gonna find the perfect agent at the perfect time that we want, or the perfect publisher, or group of writer friends, or whatever it is you're looking for. It doesn't always hit when we think it should or when we want it to. The timing might be off. So take action. Use it as an opportunity to go, like, I really care about this. Like, this is upsetting me for a reason. I'm gonna do something about it. And even if it's going to coffee with a writer friend, sometimes I find that's the best remedy. It's just go and grab coffee, grab wine, grab a movie, grab dinner, like just get out of the zone that you're in of like your desk and all the stuff, and go be with a friend and talk about it, because we all get it. Like, we're all in the world with you, and so any writer friend's going to understand how you feel because they felt it too. You're not alone. So the number one thing, and this is something that I try really hard to focus in on, because to me it's the most important thing, not only in the writing world but in life, right? It's called hope. Hope, and dream big from that hope. So there's hope, there's a chance. Like I always say, when a writer friend, something awesome happens to a writer friend, I'm like, you got to make it for all of us. Like, go out there and make it. Like, do it. Like, go out there, because I feel like if you make it, like, I have a shot. And like, dream. It allows you to dream big, like really big, to believe, wow, they got a movie deal, they got a TV deal. Like, maybe that's not my journey, maybe that's not my path, like, I don't know, and I'm just going with it. But like, I can dream really big, and I dream really big, and I dream ridiculously big. Like, sometimes I'm like, who do I think I am dreaming this big? But it keeps you going. So it's hope. When someone else has a success, it's hope that it can happen to you too. And it absolutely can, and there's no reason it can't. We just have to keep our thoughts and emotions in check, and knowing it's okay to feel jealous and envious. You have an inner critic, and so do I. I hear what they say to me too. It's not nice sometimes. But you hear it and you go, okay, well, you know what? How true is that? Am I really a terrible writer? No, I'm on my journey, and I'm writing the best book I can write for me right now, and that has to be good enough. And if the market isn't accepting it right now, it's not the right time. And there will be a time where it is, and then everything I've written up to date will back sell, and it will catch me up, and I will be right where I need to be. It doesn't always happen on our timeline, but it happens on the timeline right for us. And so someone else's journey, again, it's their journey, not your journey. And if you think of it as like, this is my journey, and I'm going through this for a reason, and I'm going to have these rejections for a reason, because something better is coming. This rejection is going to push me to be a better writer, and I'm going to do even better next time, and harder, and work harder, or whatever that message is that is needed for you, you'll know, and it'll push you forward. So I challenge you, my friends, my writer friends, that when you feel envy and jealousy, and you aren't, it's upsetting, and you feel like it's demotivating you, and you feel like, oh, what am I doing this for? I'm not making any money, I'm not selling, I have no followers, and all this stuff. When you feel like that's happening for you, I challenge you to ask yourself, what's another way to look at this situation? How could I look at this that would benefit me? Because the way I'm looking at this thing right now, it isn't benefiting me. It's holding me back. And that's not what I want. I don't want to hold myself back. The world is out there to challenge me and also accept what it is I'm writing, right? Like, to take it and have it be something. I don't want to hold myself back. One, I don't want to stop myself from writing, because readers will never get to see your story if you don't write it. You also just want to be your biggest champion. And it's really hard sometimes, I get that. But remember, like, go through that feeling. It's okay. I feel jealous. I'm envious. I wish. Well, what's another way to look at that? What could I do to push myself forward? Ask yourself those questions, because it's really important. You will have an answer, and you will get out of your funk, and you will move on. So comparisonitis can work for you. It can motivate you. It can be a way for you to celebrate success, to learn something that got somebody else to where they are, right? Maybe have a tidbit of information, even something small could be the thing that helps you. Set goals for yourself to be a little bit better than you were yesterday. That's really, the only person you're comparing yourself against is you, right? Create awareness. Am I still in this game? If I care, I'm in the game. I need to hang in here, I care. And number one, hope. There's hope. Dream big, because it's possible. And I said it in the top 5, but really the only person to compare yourself to is yourself. How good of a writer have you become since yesterday, since last week, since last year? you'll be surprised because you've grown, you've changed, and you will. And the author you are in 5 years isn't the author you are today. It's going to be better, stronger, more successful, more confident. You're going to get there. It's just believing in yourself, shutting off that inner critic, and knowing that anything is possible if you believe in yourself. And it's true. It sounds corny, but it's so true. You just have to believe in yourself and never give up, because I believe in you and I know you can do it and you will get there. So use Comparisonitis for you, not against you. Make it work for you. Let it motivate you and let it be the thing that pushes you to the next level. So that's it for tonight. Again, Christina Rienzi, thriller author, writer, coach, president of Sisters in Crime Central New Jersey. You can find out about me and my books at ChristinaRienzi.com. I'm also a writer coach, and my coaching information's there too. And I have a group called Write Life on Facebook that you can join, which is where I share information, inspiration, education, motivation, and coaching. All in a little group just to kind of keep us going, because we all need that support. So thank you so much for having me.